Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the weekly 529 plan for my daughter. This plan will eventually get converted to an ABLE account, which is an investment account for people with disabilities, because my daughter does have a disability that will impact her ability to live an independent life. So I'm just planning for her. Right now, the balance on the account is $17,243.29. I'm really happy to be in the 17s range right now with the market and how it's functioning, which is not good. I'm trying not to cling to any particular number because this balance can be back in the 16 range on Monday. So we'll just see where it goes. I would love for this account to get to at least $20,000 by the end of the year. And looking at this balance, you might think, oh, that's really close. But again, with the way the markets are functioning, even with me putting in deposits, I'm still losing a lot of money. And I know it's not a real loss unless I sell, but it feels like a loss because the balance is below the actual amount that I put into the account. Okay, let's move on and look at the deposits for the week. Before I go to the deposits, I just wanted to show you all the breakdown in terms of how the money that I put into the account is invested. So the money is invested into two ETFs. One is a growth stock index portfolio ETF, and then the other is aggressive growth portfolio ETF. Now, as you can see here, 90% of all money I put in goes to the growth stock and 10% goes to the aggressive growth. So I'm going to mention the total amount that I put in on each day, but just know that this is the breakout in terms of how they're getting allocated and why the number shows up the way it does. So let's jump right into the deposits for the last week. There were a couple. Starting on March 13th, I put in $200. So again, that's the 180 plus the 20, but it's invested according to that breakout that I just showed you. So that's 200 on March 13th. Then on that same day, March 13th, I deposited another $40. Then on March 15th, I put in $200. And then on March 17th, I put in $50. So if we add up all those numbers for the week, I contributed $490. Now, when I'm making these contributions to this account, I do try to put as much as I can each week. However, I'm balancing this account with other financial priorities for the year. The main one being to buy a home in 2023. Yes, I know the interest rates are really high. Yes, I know the market hasn't really softened that much, especially in New York City, where everything is already really expensive. Then you add inflation, then you add skyrocketing home values, then you add a high interest rate. It might seem like not a really good time to try to buy a property, but I do follow Dave Ramsey. I know that's a controversial name, but he always says you buy a property when you can financially afford to buy a property. So that's sort of the mindset that I'm going with, that I'm going to buy because now I've been saving for 10 plus years. So it's been a really, really long time. And I feel I'm in a good position to buy versus me trying to time the market, which not even the best, sort of investors are able to do that. Otherwise, they'll be trillionaires if they were able to do that. So anyway, that's a little bit of a rant, but that's what I'm balancing this account with. So I put as much as I can that doesn't jeopardize that main financial goal. Plus, I'm also investing in my own retirement accounts, brokerage account, etc. So there's a whole bunch of different financial goals that I have, and I'm trying to make sure that everyone is getting their money at the proportion of importance. Okay, so that's all the deposits for the week. So again, $490 for the week. Year-to-date contributions, we can see here is $4,069, which is amazing. My goal for this account for the year was to contribute at least $5,000, but of course, always aiming to contribute as much as possible. So I'm less than $1,000 to that $5,000 goal. I do feel pretty confident that I'll probably most likely surpass that $5,000 goal, which again, that is the goal, to always surpass the goal. But I set goals that also have a buffer to incorporate life, because life always happens. We make these grand plans and then life is like, no, you're not doing that. So we're going a completely different direction, which I have definitely lived that. So again, want to get to 5,000. Do I think I'm going to beat last year's number of 8,780? Most likely not, but there is a chance I could maybe contribute 6,000. I could see that, maybe 6,500 between now and the end of the year. But, again, we'll see with the other financial priorities. And that is it for this week's account. There's no upcoming deposits because I don't have any money right now that I can envision depositing for next week. But this is really important to me. So I think at a minimum, I'll contribute $25. But we'll see what happens next week. And also the performance on the account, just so you can see, I'm still down. I've put in 17,600, but I'm down $356.93, which is why the balance is 17,240. So again, definitely not a bad balance. I'm still down. We're all looking for growth. So it would be nice if this balance was, 19,000, 20,000, right? Like actual growth on the account versus this being in the negative. But I always have to tell myself the markets are not doing good right now. So you have to be realistic in terms of what you can expect this account balance to be. But proud of the progress so far. Okay, that's it for this week. I'll catch you next week. Bye.